So I'm here with Ambrish Karvat. Ambrish, you're at Yupaa Fresh, a company you founded many years ago now.
That's right.
Importing and distributing fruits and vegetables from all over the world. But the thing that is something you've gone back to where you started in a way, which is this whole development you're doing in berries. You were a strawberry farmer, I think.
That's right. Yeah.
Many years ago, and
yeah,
you've gone back
30
to strawberry farming.
almost 29 years ago. Yeah.
And I mean, we met, of course, a long time ago now when you started importing fruits and vegetables, fruits into India at the Asia Fruit Congress back in
1999.
1999.
Yeah.
You know your dates better than I do.
Yeah.
And but strawberry production was something you were doing when you were a much younger man.
Yeah. So we started strawberry production in 1989. That was the first hybrid American strawberries into India. India used to produce strawberries from the plants which were left by the Britishers in 1947.
When India, of course, became independent.
Yeah, so almost the same planting material was multiplied, and it was a very weak plants, and almost for 50 years that plants were there. So I went to US and found Guru to show me how the strawberries is to be growing. And we imported some varieties from there, and it became a revolution in strawberry industry in India.
But then you got into, as we said, when we first met in the late 90s, you got into importing of fruit into India and have built a very successful business there. But now you've gone back to your first interest. Your son has taken over your import business, Part Karvat. And you're back now in production. What are you doing?
Well, I from the strawberries, I moved into growing some raspberries, and I'm seeing that the growers, strawberry growers, are not really changing, and they are still growing strawberries. And Indian market has changed. I could see that. There's a lot more high-end consumers are looking for other berries. So a few years ago, I experimented with some raspberry varieties, and I see that the consumers are aware about blackberries and blueberries and raspberries. So slowly, the import of all that berries are increasing in India, and I'm working on introducing all these berries into India. And see how it can spread with the growers, and we can grow in India too.
Now you're being a little disingenuous because you say the market in India is growing.
Yeah.
How it is growing? I mean, India has such a huge population of 1.2, 1.3 billion people.
That's right.
And of that population, the proportion of the population that is now buying fruits and vegetables and high-end fruits and vegetables runs into the tens of millions, if not the hundreds of millions.
That's right. Yeah.
And so that's a huge market.
Yeah, that's true. But
to serve.
But logistics and this 5%, even if you say of 1.3 billion who has a buying ability, they are not all in cities.
In the same place, of course.
So India is almost 600,000 villages, and so wealth is distributed all over India. So logistically, the highly perishable like berries are really not available in small villages. But on the main metro cities and certain large cities, it's available. And more and more people are buying that. Yeah.
And you live and work in Mumbai. And Mumbai, as we know, is a mega city, one of the world's great cities. Mm-hmm. And it has its population of poor and middle class and rich people.
That's right.
And I know for a fact, from having lived there myself and visited many times, that change that we're seeing in the Indian market, more people spending more money, having more disposable income, they're spending a significant amount of that income, yes, on consumer goods, and of those are fruits, and one would imagine, and your expectation is they'll spend more of that on berries, on fresh berries.
Yeah, the berry has become, especially the other than strawberries, have become very high-end product, and a lot of rich people are using it for gifting, and it's a gourmet kind of a thing. So large hotels, the parties, the marriages, that's been consumed more and more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a it's a show off of a richness by eating and showing berries.
But I know by nature Indians are proud of Indian product as well.
Yeah.
And it's part of your culture, it's part of your history. You see clearly an opportunity to grow Indian berries for the Indian market. We're not talking about you growing Indian berries to export. It's about supplying the local domestic market, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the reason I'm growing that, because my Prime Minister says make in India, and I've just converted into produce in India. So I'm trying to produce what we can produce in India. We have a different climatic zone, and almost every product in the world India can produce because we have every zone there. The challenge is the technology, the variety, and understanding that technology and then putting it in a place to grow the right fruit.
So just lift the lid a little bit on the secrets that you can share with me.
Yeah.
You said you're growing blueberries, raspberries, blackberries?
No.
Not
I'm growing raspberries and strawberries.
Raspberries and strawberries.
Not the blueberry and blackberry, but shortly I'm planning to do that.
Yeah. And where are you growing these? Is it in Maharashtra state?
That's right. Yeah, I have my farm situated in Panchgani, which is 260 kilometers from Mumbai, and it's on a higher altitude, around 4,500 feet above sea level.
So that's what, about 2,000 meters above sea level?
Yeah, around 1,500.
1,500 meters.
Yeah,
and
that's
so you
right.
get very nice temperate climate there.
Yeah. You get a nice weather year-round, and the rainfall is reasonable. There not too much rain, like Mumbai. But just after Panchgani, 20 kilometers if you go, there is a tropical rainforest, and there it rains the second highest in India.
Oh, really?
So there's so much of climate difference.
Climate
in different,
differences, yes, of course. And tell us a little bit just about the seasons that you have in India for the various berries. You were saying strawberries are from...
Strawberries are now available from October till May. So October to May is the main strawberry season, but the peaks are in December, January, February.
And is that just in Maharashtra, or are you talking about the whole of India?
Yeah, this is just in Maharashtra. Now strawberries, in my presentation, I showed which, so it's now grown in north, in south, and east. So there are many areas, new areas have come up, and they have a similar or a different season also. So I think in India, the strawberries are available now almost 9 months of the year.
And raspberries, you said you started some trial production.
Yeah. The trial production, our experience is that we start production in August. So it's August, September, October, November, and December. So 4 to 5 months is the raspberry production.
Now, Ambrish, you're here, I think, at the Global Berry Congress for the first time, I think.
That's right, yeah.
And how have you found it?
I'm here with the invitation of your company.
Yes.
And I'm really surprised with the kind of an interest and the various people from various parts of the world come. I find it very, very interesting. And there's so much of information available about technology, the new varieties, and what's happening in the different part of the world. I never knew some of the countries which I saw over here that they are very large in berry production, and where do they export, So it's a very interesting event.
So you're going home having learnt a lot, have you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But you've also been able to tell people a lot about your own country. And have you found people have been quite surprised to hear that India has so much opportunity in berries?
Yeah, I think India is still a mystery for a lot of people. So I try to share my experience and what is India. And people see India as a big market because of the huge population. But I really wanted to let them know that it's not a real and easy market. It's difficult to because of the size of the country, the language, the quality requirement, and then Indians are very picky about the taste. So they need to know that before entering into the market.
But certainly it's a market of opportunities.
Absolutely,
India.
absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to see you here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Thank you, Ambrish.
Yeah, thank you for making me come here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.